You know, the job interview. We've all been there, right? It's one of those universal and, let's be honest, often super nerve-wracking experiences. Well, that whole process is on the verge of a massive, massive change, and it's all being powered by AI. Today, we're going to dig into this really fascinating shift. What happens when artificial intelligence actually becomes the interviewer?
But first, why is this even a thing? Why the big shakeup? Well, it starts with a question that job seekers and companies have been asking for years. With all the amazing tech we have, how is hiring still so slow and just frustrating for pretty much everyone?
And this lays out the shared pain perfectly, doesn't it? For recruiters, it's an absolute nightmare of scheduling logistics and just trying to be consistent. For candidates, you're just thrown into this black hole, waiting forever for feedback and sometimes getting turned down based on a vague gut feeling. It's just a broken system, no matter which side of the desk you're on. So let's really zero in on that. The very first stage of hiring, that initial screening, is where everything gets bottlenecked. It's slow, and frankly, it's kind of broken.
And this really gets into the nitty-gritty. I mean, beyond the obvious scheduling headaches, you've got these sneakier problems. Like, what if the human interviewer is just having a bad day? That can lead to totally subjective impressions. Plus, you get almost no real insight into how a candidate thinks. And that feedback loop for everyone involved, it's just agonizingly slow.
All right, so with the problem laid out clear as day, let's talk about the solution that's starting to emerge. This is where a whole new layer of technology is stepping in to fix these exact issues. Say hello to the AI interviewer.
So what is an AI interviewer exactly? Well, put simply, it's a system that can run a proper, structured interview all by itself. A candidate gets a link, they can do the interview whenever and wherever they want. No human recruiter needed in real time. It's basically hiring on demand. Now, this is a really, really important point. The goal here is not to have a robot make the final call on who gets hired. Think of this as a decision support layer. It's a tool that gives humans better data and deeper insights so they can make faster and, frankly, better informed choices. The recruiter is still the one in the driver's seat.
Okay, so this sounds cool, but how does it actually work? What's going on under the hood? Let's break down the core capabilities that make these things tick.
The process is actually pretty wild. It kicks off with the AI asking questions either through voice or chat. As the candidate answers, the system is analyzing their language in real time. From that, it's evaluating both their soft skills and their technical know-how. It can even ask smart follow-up questions to dig a little deeper. And the best part, as soon as it's done, boom, an instant summary and report lands in the recruiter's inbox. That slow feedback loop we talked about, gone.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. This tech lets companies massively scale up their interviews, talk to way more people without having to hire a whole army of new recruiters. It's all about efficiency, but with that crucial safety net, humans are always in control of the final decision. So, what's the actual real-world impact of all this? Well, the benefits really boil down to three main things. It makes hiring faster, fairer, and it gives you much, much deeper insights than you'd ever get from a quick phone screen. I love a good before and after, and this one is a game changer. You're moving from this world of inconsistent gut-feeling decisions that take weeks over to a new system that's totally standardized, based on actual evidence, and can be done in a matter of hours. And that's what makes it so much fairer. Every single candidate gets the exact same questions in the exact same way. It really levels the playing field. We're going from just scanning resumes for keywords to getting a real feel for how someone communicates.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's see what this looks like in the wild. The source material gives us a great real-world example. It's an AI interview agent called Sam, from a platform called ConnectDevs. This really helps us see what a recruiter actually gets to work with.
So after Sam finishes an interview, it doesn't just email over a wall of text. No way. It creates this amazing, structured report. You've got a simple fit indicator, a cool radar chart showing different skills, highlights of their strengths and weaknesses, and these super detailed evaluation cards. It's a whole analytical package. And here's a little peek at what that data can look like. A recruiter can see in a split second, okay, this candidate got an 8 out of 10 on problem solving and a 9 on communication. This gives them real, structured data they can compare across everyone they interview. That's a huge step up from just scribbled notes and a vague feeling. And to make it even easier, all that rich, complex data can be rolled up into one simple visual. A recruiter can see right away, okay, this person is a 75% strong fit, but here are some specific areas we should probably dig into in the next interview, the one with a human. It tells them exactly where to focus their precious time.
So where does this all go from here? I mean, this technology is really just getting warmed up. The future is all about adding even deeper layers of AI intelligence, but always with that guiding principle of keeping humans in the loop.
You know, it's kind of wild when you map out the evolution here. We went from literally reading every single resume by hand to where we are now with these AI-assisted interviews. And the next big leap, it's going to be a fully integrated hiring intelligence system, where this is just one piece of a much bigger, smarter puzzle. So what does that future actually look like? Well, we're talking about things like super specialized interview templates for pretty much any job you can imagine. The ability to interview top talent from around the world in different languages seamlessly, and even richer data that gives you a more complete picture of a candidate.
But you know, no matter how advanced and futuristic this all gets, the fundamental goal never changes. It all comes back to solving that original problem. How do we get a clear, structured, and fair look at every single candidate before we invest our limited and valuable human time? And that brings us to our final and kind of mind-bending question. As this tech gets more and more common, it's totally possible that for many of us, our next first interview won't be with the person at all. That is a huge shift in how we find our next big opportunity. Thanks so much for tuning in.